In a recent congressional hearing, tensions escalated between Senator Tim Scott, RSC, and Representative Jasmine Crockett, DTX. When Scott launched a pointed critique of Crockett's legislative record, he accused her of lacking substantial legislative accomplishments, implying that her tenure had been marked by partisan rhetoric rather than tangible results. Crockett, known for her sharp wit and unyielding stance, responded with a forceful rebuttal that quickly gained traction on social media. Her response not only addressed Scott's criticisms, but also highlighted her legislative achievements and commitment to her constituents. The exchange, captured on video, has since gone viral, sparking widespread discussion about the dynamics of political discourse and the challenges faced by women of color in politics. The incident has ignited a broader conversation about the treatment of women, particularly women of color, in political arenas. Critics argue that Crockett's accomplishments are often overshadowed by gendered and racialized critiques, a sentiment echoed by many who viewed Scott's remarks as emblematic of these challenges. Supporters of Crockett have rallied behind her, praising her for standing her ground and turning a moment of potential humiliation into a powerful statement of resilience and competence. The viral nature of the exchange has also prompted discussions about the need for more inclusive and respectful political dialogues that acknowledge the diverse experiences and contributions of all lawmakers. In the aftermath, Crockett's response has been lauded as a masterclass in political communication. By deftly countering Scott's attack with a well-articulated defense of her record and principles, she not only silenced her critic but also reinforced her position as a formidable force in Congress. Her ability to maintain composure under pressure and deliver a compelling rebuttal has been cited as an example of effective leadership in the face of adversity. This incident underscores the importance of resilience and strategic communication in navigating the often contentious landscape of political discourse. The exchange between Scott and Crockett serves as a reminder of the evolving nature of political engagement in the digital age. What transpired in a congressional hearing room quickly became a topic of national conversation, amplified by social media platforms that allow for rapid dissemination and public commentary. This phenomenon highlights the increasing influence of digital media in shaping political narratives and the ways in which public figures can leverage these platforms to communicate directly with constituents and the broader public. It also raises questions about the responsibilities of lawmakers to engage in civil discourse and the potential consequences of rhetoric that may be perceived as disrespectful or inflammatory. Looking forward, may have lasting implications for the political careers of both Scott and Crockett. For Crockett, the viral exchange has bolstered her profile, potentially enhancing her influence within the Democratic Party and among her supporters. For Scott, the episode may prompt a re-evaluation of his approach to political discourse, particularly in interactions with colleagues who may not share his ideological perspective. The incident underscores the importance of maintaining professionalism and respect in political engagements, as public perceptions can be significantly influenced by such interactions. In conclusion, the confrontation between Senator Tim Scott and Representative Jasmine Crockett has transcended a mere political disagreement, evolving into a significant moment in the ongoing dialogue about race, gender, and respect in politics. Crockett's poised and powerful response has not only defended her record, but also highlighted the broader issues at play, prompting reflection on the dynamics of political discourse and the treatment of underrepresented groups in the political sphere. As the conversation continues, it serves as a catalyst for deeper discussions about inclusivity, accountability, and the standards to which public figures should be held. In the days following the explosive exchange between Senator Tim Scott and Representative Jasmine Crockett, media outlets, pundits, and political commentators weighed in from across the spectrum, analyzing every word and gesture from both parties. Many noted that while Scott likely intended to challenge Crockett's credibility, the strategy backfired, amplifying her voice instead. Crockett, in turn, used the opportunity not just to defend herself, but to pivot the conversation toward policy priorities affecting marginalized communities, including voting rights, criminal justice reform, and economic equity. Her calm yet assertive demeanor was contrasted with Scott's more confrontational tone, further strengthening her public image. As a result, Crockett has seen a surge in online support and an uptick in campaign donations, suggesting that the viral moment could become a turning point in her political trajectory. Political strategists from both sides now recognize that underestimating her presence and rhetorical skill may carry consequences in future debates and hearings. Asterisk, behind the scenes. Daris revealed that the aftermath of the exchange sparked internal discussions within both parties. Democratic leadership reportedly praised Representative Crockett for her poise and clarity under pressure, recognizing the moment as a defining example of how to handle political provocation without compromising principles. Meanwhile, within GOP circles, there was a more divided response to Senator Scott's approach. Some allies felt his aggressive stance was justified, while others warned it could alienate moderate voters, especially given how decisively response resonated with younger, more socially engaged audiences. Major news outlets continued replaying the moment across platforms. It quickly became a centerpiece in viral video compilations dissecting political discourse. Crockett was soon invited onto multiple national talk shows to speak further about the encounter, reinforcing her stance on accountability, equity, and political integrity. The incident not only raised her national profile, but also reframed her as a formidable figure in the House, capable of holding her ground and shaping narratives in high-pressure environments. The moment wasn't just a clash, it became a symbol of shifting dynamics in American political debate. Asterisk, as the clip of the fiery exchange continued to dominate headlines and social media algorithms. It spurred broader public discourse about tone, representation, and respect within congressional proceedings. Viewers across the political divide debated whether the confrontation reflected deeper issues of bias and double standards, particularly for women of color in positions of power. Jasmine Crockett's unapologetic rebuttal was hailed by many as a stand against not just Tim Scott's remarks, but a systemic pattern of condescension often faced by outspoken female lawmakers. Advocacy groups and civic leaders lauded her handling of the moment as an example of grace under fire, turning a contentious clash into a powerful, teachable moment. Meanwhile, Scott, though silent in the immediate aftermath, began facing mounting questions from constituents and media alike, with some urging him to clarify or walk back his remarks. Political analysts began to explore how such viral showdowns could influence public perception ahead of upcoming elections, especially among younger voters who increasingly engage with politics through moments like these, raw, unscripted, and deeply human, asterisk, in the days that followed. The confrontation between Tim Scott and Jasmine Crockett became more than just a trending moment. It sparked a wave of civic engagement. Voter registration groups reported spikes in signups, particularly among young adults, citing the exchange as a motivator to get involved. Think pieces flooded the internet, dissecting every expression, word choice, and rhetorical strategy used during the clash. Crockett's office was inundated with messages of support, while Scott faced criticism even from within his party for what some described as a tone-deaf approach in a politically sensitive climate. Late-night talk shows, morning panels, and podcasts all weighed in, some framing the moment as a generational shift. Others as evidence of a more performative era in politics. Crockett leaned into the attention with confidence, launching a series of public town halls focused on transparency and equity in governance. She emphasized that her response wasn't just about defending herself, it was about modeling how to stand up for truth in the face of political theater. By the time the news cycle moved on, the impact of their exchange remained etched in the public consciousness, not just as a moment of personal triumph or defeat, but as a clear signal of the evolving tone of American leadership